A highway wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist, and yet, here you are. Welcome to San Arroyo, Kindred. We here at Dubious Creatures present to you the vampire with no name. So, Aster, you're back at the sculpture park, and something's wrong.
When you say something's wrong, is it like a gut feeling something's wrong?
At this point, you've gotten a firm handle on, you know when you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know on some level that this is a dream because you are outside and yet the whole world seems to be falling in on you. Like it doesn't want you to focus on anything except what's directly in front of you. And what's directly in front of you is that strange abstract metal sculpture that not all that long ago you and Zach were interpreting together. But it's fallen over on its side, and it's in shambles.
That's not good.
Just a jagged tangle of old, rusted metal. There's someone on his hands and knees sifting through the pile, trying to... You're not sure what they're trying to do. And it's someone you recognize.
Is it Zach?
No.
Oh,
It's Ansem.
that's weird. I haven't dreamed about Ansem in a minute.
You haven't. He's on his hands and knees, and he looks very worse for wear. His jacket is torn. His hair is undone from its normal ponytail, so it's falling in silver streaked strands around his face, and he's trying to do something to the pile, maybe trying to shift it back upright, maybe trying to salvage some larger broken pieces. You're not sure, but every time he does, his hands scrape against the jagged metal and he bleeds, and the blood is continuing to collect, and his hands are rapidly beginning to resemble ragged meat, but he just keeps almost as though he's in a daze, trying to put this thing back together.
Aster knows this is a dream. She's actually gonna very cautiously and slowly approach and not say anything, but sit and try to help if she could even interact with these pieces.
You get closer to him and you hear him muttering under his breath, I can fix this. I can fix this. I just need more time.
What are you trying to fix?
I just need more time.
More time for what?
You hear the footsteps behind you. This dream that you've had ever since your embrace, it's only ever ended one way.
This is the part where I die.
You see the figure, that sickle blade clutched in their hand, approaching.
What do they look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, wearing some kind of ragged cloak or tarp that obscures most of their physicality, other than the basic outline of their body. And the thing that they're holding, it's not like a farming tool. It looks almost like it's made of bone. This is the figure that's haunted your dreams for weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
But something's different this time. This time, the ragged slasher doesn't doesn't round on you. Instead, he stands over Anselm like a headsman at his station. He doesn't seem to notice.
Watching and like doesn't know what to do. There's a serious panic because she knows what's going to happen. It's just doesn't understand what's happening.
What's this? I can. The figure slowly raises the blade. You hear it growl.
No. Aster will try to stop this.
You brought this on yourself. The blade descends just as you try to jump forward, trying to interpose yourself, and you wake up in bed, like all the other times.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Ooh. That one was rough. Is anyone in the house who actually stayed? Did anyone actually stay?
Well,
I think Jeremy did stay the night, though he was planning on ducking out right when he wakes up.
yeah. Well, you're both at around the same humanity level, so you'd wake up at around the same time. I guess the question is, Jeremy, why don't you go ahead and give me a Dex plus stealth roll?
1 success. Aha!
Alright, so Aster, you catch Jeremy just as he appears to be exiting out the back door.
Jeremy would see Aster just freaked, wide-eyed, shaking, freaked.
Whoa, easy. You all right?
No, I've been having some really bad nightmares ever since my embrace, and that one was bad. Ooh.
Okay.
Are nightmares normal?
I'm probably not the right person to ask that. If we're being completely honest.
It's so fair. Fuck.
All right. Deep breath. Okay. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want like a hug? Like, what do you want? Like, what would make you feel better?
I don't know. Just know that this is a thing that's happening, and yeah.
Okay. Well, what was the dream?
There's this statue garden, and there was Ansem who was trying to fix one of the statues that was broken. I tried to help. There was this cloaked person. There was a sickle, and I've seen this before. It's been in like every nightmare I've had, and I can't shake the feeling that there is some sort of importance to it.
A sickle? Like,
yeah, it was like bone or something.
That's creepy. Okay.
Super creepy. It's killed me every night I sleep. For weeks.
Did that happen this time?
Except this time they weren't trying to kill me. They were trying to kill Ansem, who wasn't all, and like she kind of gruesomes up her body and like hunches her shoulders and tries to like bring a little humor into the moment.
Okay. Glad to see you taking this well. Okay. So what's...
I tried to stop it and woke up.
Okay.
I have no idea what any of this means.
Well, you know, this sort of thing isn't really my forte, but and I guess ST can I roll occult to try to help her? Make some read of what she's talking about?
I mean, can certainly try. Give me intelligence occult or intelligence insight.
Okay. Didn't miss secret. Only 3 successes.
3 successes. I mean, you kept a dream journal when you were in rehab. It was one of the many, many things you spat the bit on when it came to your recovery process. Although, as with so many things, you're starting to think there might be more significance than the usual nightmares because ever since you became this, you don't remember having a single dream.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, I mean, it's a reoccurring nightmare, and I mean, you guys have also been chasing after a big spooky bastard recently, although not quite in the horror movie varietal that she describes. And then there's Handsome, who, you remember, multiple people these past few nights have told you that Ansem is trying to use you as a cover while he does something about this whole Masab situation. Maybe that's what he's trying to fix.
Makes sense in a way. Aster will look at Jeremy and be like, I'm sorry. It looked like you were heading out. Be safe.
Okay.
And she's gonna turn around and you'll see her like throwing books in her room looking for something. She's actively looking for the journal where she has written down all of these nightmares to sit on her bed and read through them and try to figure out if there's something to them or if she's going crazy.
Okay. If you need me, call me. I'll have my phone on me, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. Good. Be safe.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight.
Oh yeah, what does one wear to Vampire Church? Or to church for that matter?
I don't know.
Cool.
I'm gonna wear what I always wear, I guess. Okay.
I guess I'll text Ash and ask. They'll know for sure.
Yeah, probably.
I think
Right.
that's a perfectly good segue, if I ever heard one. So, Ash, and anyone else who might be interested, who's hungry?
I think it is. I think in the spirit of church, I will take a drink before going to church, so that way, I'm not like at 3 hunger at the door. Also, I really need to mend some wounds.
There's that too. You have been nursing several bullet holes for some time now.
Yeah.
Utilizing your second dot of herd, that is going to be a bit before you can utilize that resource.
Yeah, I just don't really feel like I think the situation for Ash right now is pressing and they don't want to go actually hunting.
Fair enough. So, how much are you slaking? And how much are you going to try to heal?
I am slaking 2 dots of hunger, and I'm gonna try mending 2 at first, because the worst way this happens is this is we're getting here. Okay, so yeah, that's slaking 2 wounds, and I'm back up to hunger 2. I think that is. I'm good with that for the moment.
All right.
And I think that once Ash has properly, taking the edge off a little bit. I think when they go hunting, they're in like sort of like jogging clothes, and they're going to go back and get cleaned up and get ready for church.
All right. Speaking of preparations, Ambella, go ahead and give me a charisma plus stealth check.
Excellent. That is 2 successes.
Well, would you like to burn a point of willpower, or are you satisfied with those 2 successes?
No, let's burn willpower. 3 successes.
Alright, I am also going to need a willpower check, because you are currently at hunger 4.
That's 4 successes on the willpower check.
Alright, so you were able to feed successfully. How much are you slaking?
We would like to slake all of the hunger.
Girl dinner comes in many forms.
That it does.
And Ambella is definitely feeling some kind of way. At the moment, everybody is still awakening in their separate corners, be it Crowe with her new house guest, or Raleigh to the somewhat disheartening sight of no one in the bed next to her. Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
You had a plan in motion, or at least an inkling of one.
Yeah.
Finding St. Francis Garcés isn't an issue. Located in what is tentatively the historic district. The iconic facade and bell tower having been immaculately preserved since reportedly the 18th century. Rest of the building is roughly cruciform in shape, as a lot of these restored Spanish missions often are, although the added addition, one wing extended out into a large, walled-off courtyard type area, and a small grave plot maintained on the church grounds itself, just a little further off. Although, curiously, as you approach through the parking lot of the church, seems you're not the only one here, as you see a couple of people appear to be setting up a sort of table stand just outside of the entrance to the courtyard area.
Honestly, I'm gonna go looking for the groundskeeper. What's the booth getting set up?
You see, they're setting up a stand full of what look like vigil candles, complete with those little cone-shaped bases designed to catch excess wax as they burned, and the sign itself has, looks like 6 portraits, maybe cropped from a student yearbook or something. You're not entirely sure.
They're having a vigil for the dead students.
It does appear to be the case, because you recognize some of those faces on that sign.
I'm just gonna kind of give a polite nod and move past them towards the actual grounds. I'm gonna go looking for the groundskeeper.
Inside the courtyard, it's a small sort of desert garden plot. Lots of succulents, flowering cacti, other hardy sort of flora endemic to the region. Very center of the courtyard, there's this old sun-bleached statue. A young man holding sort of a hinged box to his chest. A some kind of tree branch, maybe an olive branch, sticking out from under the crook of one arm. See, already, even before the vigil's already started, piled at the base of these statues, there's stuffed animals, bundles of flowers, several more smaller pictures and signs commemorating the life of 6 Stryber University students who were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And one other person. And Bella,
Yes.
you weren't expecting company this soon. Do you remember him? Although he left before the festivities really started.
And Bella's gonna turn, sort of, cheating one shoulder out to Jeremy, give him a once-over, and say, "Oh, hey, just paying respects. You?"
Hey, yeah, no, it's sad, you know. And I kind of gesture towards where they're sitting up for the vigil. Didn't know that this was happening tonight.
Yeah, well, vigils are usually on Saturdays, so...
Yeah. Yeah. I assume he kind of gestures towards the pile of like votive offerings. Probably not here for them.
No. No, not really. You?
Yeah. I haven't really decided yet.
So what do you think you're here for, then?
You know, I've been going a lot of places recently, and I'm never really sure why. It normally makes sense after I get there.
Sounds like you've got some sort of an inner clock. It's pointing you in directions, and you're just going along with the flow.
And I think that's all you can really do. Just follow along. It's like when you're listening to the radio and you start tapping your foot to like a song that comes on, and sometimes you don't even realize it.
Well, forgive me if I choose to live my life with a little bit more purpose.
Yeah. Fair. Fair. So what's your purpose? What are you here for?
I am going to get my coterie mate back. Jesse and Sebastian are down in the refectory, and we have arranged for an exchange with that Sheriff Langford. And so I'm here to do my part.
Seems, I guess you have something to offer, so good luck, I guess.
Oh, I'm offering Sebastian. Langford's got a thing against the Sabbats, so seems like a good idea.
Well, and what? You think he's going to go along with that?
That's the idea.
Huh. What's the bot?
Oh, I don't know. They're kind of like Nazis. There was a whole bunch of them, and then there was a blood hunt. I don't know. I wasn't dead yet.
Okay.
But Sebastian used to be one of them, and I figured Langford probably wants to clean up any loose ends.
Jeremy, go ahead, give me
Yeah.
a wits plus insight check.
Yeah, sure. That's a thing.
And Bella, if you could please give me a composure plus subterfuge check.
Right. That's 4 successes on my part.
All right, so Jeremy, you need to beat 4.
But doesn't matter. 3 successes, so I'm not getting a read.
You didn't really have that much time to get a read on any of them. Back at the switchyard, music around her is pensive, tense. Like it's building to something. You're just not quite sure what exactly. She clearly doesn't want to be here. That much is obvious. But does she know? Does she suspect? Or is she really just here to try and get her coterie mate back?
Yeah. So, what they got on you?
Oh. Plenty.
This feels like a bad idea. I'm just assuming that since it feels like it's a bad idea, that means you probably know it's a bad idea and you're here anyway. So, what they got on you?
Well, Sebastian has my boyfriend. And Langford fucking hates me. And I don't think that the rest of the Anarchs are much of a fan either. So the best I can do is show my coterie that that at least I'm there for them.
What it's worth. I mean, hopefully it works out for you.
Thanks.
I think a lot of people are going to die tonight.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hopefully not you, though, right?
I don't like myself that much, so. I take it you're looking for the groundskeeper too?
Oh, yeah, he's around here somewhere.
Gonna kind of pause and glance around for a sec.
As you look around, you can see back through the entrance to the courtyard, more cars are pulling up, more people are gathering, presumably for the vigil. Coming up furtively in 2s and 3s. After all, nobody's ever excited to gather for something like this. How do the rest of you arrive?
In the group chat, I ask for a ride.
Same.
Ash will pick up the passenger princesses.
Yay.
Thank you.
Have I gotten any messages from anyone tonight?
There's a text from Taylor that just says, I had to take a call. If I'm not back, there's food in the mini fridge.
Okay.
You do find Crowe. As you head out to your own vehicle after checking on your guest to make sure that he hasn't bled out, Poe is standing on the roof of your car, and there's a note in his beak.
I feel like she has a moment, like when she first spots Poe, of like this sort of like frustration of like, damn it, you were supposed to stay with him. But when she sees the note, she's going to make the assumption that the note's probably from him, and she's gonna reach for it, take it, and give Poe a bit of a scruff on the neck and read this letter. Hopefully it's some kind of battle plan, because she feels very unprepared.
The note just says, on your left, third door, talk to Rafe about our secret arrangement. It says in quotations. It's very obviously in Sebastian's handwriting.
Shit, is he wanting me to go see Rafe at the air yard like before? Or is he talking about at the church?
You have no idea.
She's gonna head to the airfield.
It's not a terribly long drive away from your haven, as it is also in the sort of outskirts of the city, heading out deeper into the Mojave sector. Once again, the airfield is derelict. You know it's technically a regional airport, but you can't for the life of you think of anyone who's ever actually used it for that purpose. It's not like you see a lot of air travel going to and from.
She's gonna go to the door. I'm guessing the one that she saw Sebastian go to before. Hopefully it, lines up with the instructions given.
Shouldn't there be some sort of security here? You just drive right in, once again, heading up to this big silo-like hangar, and rap on the door. It opens up a crack. You see some sort of figure peering out from you. As again, there's some sort of light and commotion coming in from back there. You're not sure what precisely. Shouldn't be here after dark.
Here to see Rafe.
Who's he to you?
Friend of my dad.
That's supposed to mean something?
I'm Sebastian's kid.
Door shuts. You wait a beat. The door opens back up and you see a grim-faced man in what looks like a mechanic's jumpsuit open up the door for you. The interior in here is bright. It's also the cleanest hangar you've ever seen, and it doesn't appear to be keeping planes. As you're ushered in, you see several tables have been set up full of, you're not sure what exactly. It reminds you almost of like an archaeological study. Bits of clay tablets, shattered ceramics, strange implements made of wood and bone and desiccated feathers, all very neatly laid out and categorized, sitting under harsh halogen bulbs that provide most of the illumination. And in the center of it all is, well, You've seen plenty of ritual circles before, but never one quite that elaborate. And standing at one of these tables with his back to you is Rafe. Regent. Sebastian's kid. I'm aware. You can go now, Laramie. Sir. Miss Crowe, to what do I owe the pleasure?
And she's going to produce the letter and say, "You sent me to ask something about a secret plan."
He takes the letter, studies it for a moment. Crowe, go ahead and give me a wits plus insight check.
We'll power that for 4 successes.
4 successes. There is an expression that crosses his face. For a split second, those dark, piercing eyes crinkle just for a moment with something akin to frustration. As he places the note back down on this workbench, you can see he was poring over what looked like this large earthenware jar that he seemed to be meticulously piecing back together like a massive jigsaw puzzle as he removes the pair of plastic gloves he was wearing. I take it it's tonight then?
Yeah, I guess I'm not in the loop as to like what you two have planned, so I'm going to guess that the meeting tonight at the church is what he's referencing.
We have him to thank for... He just sort of gestures around at the various strange artifacts laid out around you.
What is all this?
A mystery that I've been trying to piece together for the better part of half a century now. With the exception of that, he points at the massive circle, which, as you get a little bit closer, is drawn in... Well, red paint definitely doesn't dry that color.
Yeah, I've kind of made that assumption that thing was drawn with blood.
That is in preparation for the Masav situation. Speaking of which, how goes that search?
Got a bottle of booze and his gun so far.
And have you been... Forgive me, this is purely for my own intellectual curiosity, but upon handling any of these touchstones, have you been noticing any...
Fucked up visions?
Yes, I surmised a thaumaturgical working of this nature might have some side effects. These visions, describe one for me.
I saw myself as Masav, I guess, when he got the gun. It was him, Anselm, and some other guy that gave him the gun. It was a weird sense of deja vu with seeing him. There was something about him that just kind of reminded me of one of the people I'm doing work with right now. They were having a conversation about starting San Arroyo, like making it actually an established town, like it was this whole thing. And I'm assuming that guy was the first prince of San Arroyo, but I don't know shit about how politics work around here. But yeah, he gave Misav the gun, and they were talking about turning San Arroyo into this, metropolis or whatever. Just a lot of big dreams and shit.
Big dreams are the whole reason why anyone braved the desert in the first place. It's not like they came out here for the scenery.
Can't argue that it isn't gorgeous to look at.
Still, it is... Memoriam triggered by that sort of impetus. For another time, maybe.
While I'm explaining this to him, I'm kind of like looking over some of the artifacts to like see if there's anything like I can see specifically that stand out, either with my occult knowledge or my jewelry crafting knowledge. If either one of those help me piece any of what I'm looking at together.
Yeah, you go ahead and give me intelligence plus occult, or potentially wits plus craft.
Okay, so would my specialties in either infernalism or jewelry specifically help me? Because that's going to sway which pool.
I'd say the infernalism bit might help you.
Okay. Working on willpower, 3 successes. And you know what? This feels important enough that I'm going to burn my zealotry charge for the session and turn that into a messy critical in the event that a critical success on this thing gets me anywhere.
All right. So how many successes is that in total?
It's 3. It doesn't change the number of successes. It just makes it a messy critical for the purposes of it being a critical if it being a critical affects the outcome.
Something about all these bits and pieces. There's text written on some of these things. It reminds you vaguely of Enochian script, but it's different, almost older looking. Almost unbidden, you reach out to touch one of these fragments, and immediately Rafe's hand grabs your wrist.
Apologies,
They're quite fragile.
That's fair. Sorry, what is the language this is written in? Because it's really, looks Enochian, but older. And I figured Enochian script is already some of the oldest that exists.
And he did dwell in the dread palace Gemal on a throne of basalt. It's Gemalish, named for the same oddest source of antiquity. Not a language you're liable to come across, even in your former circles. Supposedly, it's the language that Cain and his childers spoke in the first city, in the days when the Fertile Crescent was only just crawling up from the mud of the riverbanks.
Wait, Cain, Cain Abel, like biblical Cain.
If you believe in that sort of thing. The people that we are about to encounter certainly do.
So what's the plan here?
I assume there's to be some sort of trade-off.
Yeah. That fucking anarch chick, whatever, Ambella, she's trying to trade Sebastian for one of her coterie mates.
And he wishes for me to intercede. That's certainly a way of getting around the situation.
Crowe has a thought in this moment, and I don't know if I need to roll against my bond to voice it.
Well, what is the thought?
She wants to ask him what did Sebastian do that would make him valuable to the sheriff?
It's an interesting dilemma. The bond compels you to trust him in all things, but at the same time, nothing about this query technically violates that trust.
She doesn't understand why Sebastian would be seen as a threat. She doesn't understand why everybody keeps seeing Sebastian as a threat or whatever, because she doesn't see that in him, and it's confusing to her.
Give me a willpower check, but I'm going to put the base difficulty at 3.
That is one success.
The thought does arise, and then just as quickly you feel bad for even trying to give voice to it. Why should you care where he comes from? We all come from somewhere. All he's done is helped you and fed you, shown you the ropes. If this is the plan, then this is the plan, and you should just trust that he has a plan, right?
Yeah. Hasn't let me down yet.
You're quite all right. You seemed lost for a moment there.
And just anxious, I guess. Like I said, I feel out of the loop, but Sebastian trusts you, and I trust Sebastian, so... And she sort of just, like, openly with her hands is just like, nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be fine.
Why are you so interested in all of this?
Ever since I was young, I've always kind of had a belief in something bigger than humanity. The church never really made sense, and I found faith in the old gods. I guess it just carried through with me. I've always believed in her and trusted her, and she made me who I am today. This is just an extension of understanding that magic, I guess.
Refreshing perspective from one of your clan. Never would have pegged Sebastian for being the prospective parent in this arrangement. I have the suspicion that he doesn't so much care what any of this might mean, so long as it means that he can continue to persist for a few more nights in the process. Still, we shouldn't keep him waiting, should we?
Let's get this over with, please.
Shall I meet you there, or would you like company on the road?
Company's never a bad thing, but
And by all means.
She's gonna walk him out to the hot box and head over to the church, I guess.
It's an interesting picture. Someone as composed and seemingly refined as Mr. Patton riding shotgun in well, car that not too long ago used to play host to a frankly apocalyptic amount of bong smoke. Unless there's anything else.
Not from my side of things.
Yes, Raleigh, I can hear you making noises.
I think while I'm waiting for Ash to come pick me up, I probably should make a phone call that's been sitting on my mind since last night.
I see. So, you dial your father.
Yep.
Rings a couple of times before eventually picks up.
Hey, sweetheart. Oh man, what time is it?
Sorry, I'm still adjusting to this whole my schedule being flipped thing.
Yeah, lots of night shoots. I get it, believe me.
Certainly am with what my future's gonna hold.
Yeah, no, your mother and I were just sitting down for our nightcap. We heard it's almost done.
Yeah, soon. It'll be done soon. Yeah, hopefully in the next few days.
So proud of you, sweetie. Just really, it's good that you're back on your feet, especially given everything that gave us all quite a bit of a scare.
Yeah, it was a rough time, but we got through it. I think I'm done with hospitals for a while.
So how you doing? How's Taylor? Working hard or hardly working?
I think he sleeps in the editing suite sometimes. I don't blame him. He really wants this done. So.
Well, yeah, just remind him to maybe come out of the cutting room now and then, yeah. Wouldn't mind some grandkids eventually, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just been spending a lot of time in just San Arroyo itself as he's finishing up, getting to know the city. So
Been to the Western Museum yet?
yeah, we went there a few days ago. Made some friends in the area.
And Josiah Crawford, from what I've heard, maybe not a guy you'd want to get a beer with, but his work kind of speaks for himself.
It's fair. I met some of the Crawfords. They're an interesting bunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're still in the industry. I think one of them. What was it? I want to say Zachary. He works for one of those financial consulting things. I don't know. It's all Greek to me.
Seems to me just a little bit. But it's been an interesting couple of days. I met someone that apparently I met back in LA and kind of didn't remember that.
Well, it doesn't get as much tourism as it used to, but, glad you were, glad there's at least a couple Angelinos out there to keep you company.
Yeah. Does the name Olivia Lamarck mean anything to you?
There's a long pause.
No. Can't say that she's someone in your crew.
No, it's just the person who claimed to have met me that I don't remember. It was, during that time.
Sweetheart, you were really strung out. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe, but I want to talk about giving everyone a scare.
My specialty, I guess.
When we got your diagnosis, this new diagnosis from Sacred Mercy, been talking, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we should have gotten you into some kind of program sooner, like you hear about how drug abuse can sometimes exacerbate chronic conditions.
Maybe it was the stress of the last shoot. It was a lot in the heat.
Raleigh.
And
Raleigh, can you go ahead and give me a wits plus insight roll?
Yep. Yeah, it's 2 successes.
Raleigh,
Yeah.
your father, Victor, is a lot of things. He's been your biggest fan and your biggest supporter. He was there for you from your first audition to your most embarrassing crash outs when you were trying to get clean. But the one thing he's not is a good liar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been always really bad about that. Why he's not an actor.
He keeps talking about how it's counting the days until you and Taylor are back home, and how him and your mom are really looking forward to having you over to dinner, and maybe they should do something over the weekend, just the extended Anderson clan. And for you, all you hear is just this distant ringing.
Yeah, I sort of snap back in the middle of a sentence and just sort of say, yeah, sure.
Hey. Love you, sweetheart.
I love you too.
Don't forget about us when you're famous.
Yeah.
Alright. Your mom's giving me that look, so I should probably get back in bed.
Have a good night. Sorry I'm calling so late.
Yeah, you too. Please call us all the time. Maybe during daylight hours.
I'll try.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah, soon.
And he hangs up.
Just gonna totally wipe away any tears of blood that I may or may not have been crying before Ash shows up.
Is Aster carpooling with you, Ash?
We're gonna say that Aster was the first pickup, I think.
Alright, so you both roll up outside of the Palmdale to see Raleigh looking... well.
Aster will absolutely jump out of the car. Probably not even, it's not even stopped yet. And jump out and, hand Riley a tissue and be like, let's get you cleaned up. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's, parents really love me, and, we'll do anything, including ruining someone's career. That's a weird feeling.
Oh, fuck. Okay. We should get in the car.
Yeah.
In the car.
Yeah. Kind of just like climb into the back seat and kind of do the thing where, just make yourself small. You bring your legs up to your chest and everything, wrap your arms around them.
Oh, are you gonna be okay? Do you want to talk about it? If you don't, that's fine. I want to.
It's a weird feeling because it's, my parents really care. So much so they ruined this woman's career. And I don't know how to feel about it.
Really? You get a text message on your phone.
Uh-huh.
It's from that same unlisted number.
Yeah.
It's a picture of a smashed to hell laptop,
Uh-huh.
followed by a text that says, "I did it. Please don't hate me."
If I could turn green, I would turn green. But hey, I don't have to worry about her blackmailing me anymore. Oh.
Small wins.
That's good, because we should blackmail her.
Excuse me?
Oh, we should get some leverage.
Yeah, Ash, there's. I don't know how to tell you this because it's going to make you really mad. I don't know who Emily's lawyer is, but they're trying to frame her for our collective issues. Zach told me it the other night.
Ash is going to just pull over the car and
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
And is going to look. Emily's lawyer is my sire.
Oh, God. Fuck. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to tell you, but...
That's a plot twist.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so my thought was we could just blackmail the people... Olivia and Gabe and for what they're doing and get Emily off the hook. That was my plan. That was a thought.
You want to frame Olivia for?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Maybe I need to refresh. But what are they trying?
They're trying to blame Emily for all of the things we're doing. The laundromat, the shootings, the
how?
The rave. I don't know.
She can barely leave the house.
Zach's freaking out about it.
So Ash is gonna snap their fingers no, she has an ankle monitor. We can they can prove that it's not.
I know.
That she's not.
I don't.
No, that's.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
Words spray painted on your front door. The bad news that you really don't want to believe that everything's a conspiracy, Ash, but it's really starting to feel that way.
Ash, being overwhelmed by this information and being not a very bright person in the long run, is going to try to rationalize this. And they're going to be no. It's Freddy. Freddy, the guy from the Anarch shit. Mm-hmm. Emily has been haunted by him. It's him. It's obvious. It's
how was he getting to her?
I'm assuming vampire bullshit.
Check her medication.
Her medication, Ash. That's what you went to her in the first place about. That's what led you to Gillen and Associates. right before she suggested you have a rollicking good time, and you found yourself meeting the concrete at terminal velocity.
Ash is going to like turn off the car and say, "Give me a moment." And they are going to get out of the. They are going to walk out of the car, and like walk into the nearest alley, and they're just gonna scream for like a good 30 seconds. And they can't. They're just trying to process it, and it is just screaming. It is just like a wordless, just scream of frustration. And they're gonna return to the car, get in, and say, "We have to do this fucking stupid shit." And I cannot have this on my mind right now. We have to survive. We are all coming out of this not quite as dead as we should be.
I wanted to tell you in case I died. I don't even know if I'm supposed to set foot on this place. Like,
I appreciate it. I think this might be my breaking point. I'm
so sorry. I didn't want to tell you, man. I didn't want to tell you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
God, it's.
I thought I had something. Like, I'm kind of a royal fuck up. And like, I don't know. I thought like this whole new vampire thing, I was gonna like get a handle on shit, like, and try to be a productive member of society, whatever that means. But fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm a fucking child star who crashed out and somehow still has a career. I understand the fucking.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm just good at is punching people. Oh, God.
I'm really good at problem solving, so we'll solve both of these problems with each other's problems.
Yeah, I'm good at the punching thing too, and the acting thing. That's about it. Well, actually, no, if you give me a sword, I'm even better. I really need a sword.
We'll go. There's a mall. There's a mall in San Arroyo. I think like when I was in high school, there was like a place where you get like a mall katana, and so I mean that works, right?
A mall katana.
Last time you were in that mall, you got shot at with automatic weaponry, and a bunch of college students were killed.
Fuck, man. I
Maybe there's like a pawn shop or something we can go to.
Yeah. There's a good pawn shop and a bad pawn shop in town, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Ash is just gonna be like, okay, I'm dealing with this. I'm processing this information.
Well, this is the car processing information where I'm processing the fact that my parents ruined a woman's career. Which, I don't know if it was the right choice. I mean, it could have been the right choice. She could have like leaked photos of me at probably my very worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
That's pretty bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I don't. Even so, I remember sex. I remember having sex with this woman. That's about it.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn on the car, but first, Ash is gonna like turn in the driver's seat to like offer a hand to both of them. Okay, hands in, everybody. Like we're gonna
hands in.
And we are surviving tonight. We are all fucking getting out of here alive. We're gonna get what we want. We are going to Nobody's none of us are dying. We are going to pull through this, and we will fucking kill anybody who tries to fuck with us.
Sure. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Go team. Let's fucking
Go team not breathing.
Team not breathing.
Game not breathing.
Team not breathing.